That Won't Float Part 1. Once upon a time, in a little town by the sea, there lived a young boy named Sammy. Sammy was about 8 years old and had a big imagination. He loved building things, especially things that could float on water. His dream was to build the best boat ever and sail it across the lake that shimmered like a giant mirror just outside the town. Sammy spent every afternoon by the water, watching the boats glide gracefully across the surface. Some were small and simple, while others were big and fancy, but all of them floated perfectly. He wondered what made those boats float so well. If only I could figure out the secret, Sammy thought, I could build the best boat in the whole world. One sunny morning, Sammy decided it was time to build his masterpiece. He gathered his tools, a hammer, nails, and a saw, and headed to the old shed behind his house. The shed was filled with bits and pieces of wood, some big, some small, and all of them just waiting to be turned into something amazing. Sammy's best friend, Lily, a clever girl with bright red hair and a kind smile, was waiting for him at the shed. "What are we building today, Sammy?" she asked excitedly. "A boat," Sammy declared. "Not just any boat, but the best boat ever. It's going to float better than anything else out there." Lily clapped her hands. "That sounds awesome. How are we going to do it?" Sammy thought for a moment. "Well, I've seen lots of boats, and they all have something in common. They're made of wood. So, I think we should start with the biggest, heaviest piece of wood we can find." Lily looked around and spotted a huge, thick plank leaning against the wall. "How about this one?" she suggested. Sammy's eyes lit up. "Perfect. The bigger, the better. That way, it will be super strong and never sink." They got to work, hammering and sawing, shaping the giant plank into what they imagined was the perfect boat. After hours of hard work, they stepped back to admire their creation. The boat was big, solid, and looked just like the boats Sammy had seen on the lake. With great excitement, they dragged the heavy boat down to the water's edge. "This is it," Sammy said, his heart pounding with anticipation. "The moment of truth. Let's see it float." If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.